Welcome to Premier RV Center. We are super excited to welcome a brand new brand into our family, one that we've been looking at for many years. Always impressed, and they've just taken it to the next level for 2025. So we invite the RPOD group of RVs into our family of brands here. Really builds on a lot of the Apex models we have here, bringing the same type of technology in wall construction, using that Asdel to back the fiberglass outside, but also using it on the inside walls, helping to lighten things up, but also to make sure that it's impervious to water as well, so that it cannot absorb water. This 192 model, very wonderful floor plan, very popular in a similar style, a little bit shorter for us in many of the used units we've had over the years, but we really loved what they've done here. They've really brought in just a fantastic list of standard features. There really is no options for us. We've put Canadian standards on here. That's about it. So the nice thing is you're buying something that really is feature loaded. You're just not going to have to add a lot. I'm really excited about the front design because, again, when it comes to Murphy beds, some of them just don't work. This one they really thought through, really done a wonderful job, especially for those who are looking to enjoy provincial parks, being off-grid. Very well set up for that. So we'll take you through that Murphy setup in just a second here. As we come in the door here, we do have 200 watts of standard solar in the roof. So I mentioned off-grid, really well set up to start with. You could double that in the future if you thought you needed to and use the same charge controller. We've got our awning light, our interior light switches here, and then we've got our awning switch here. So everything that we're typically going to need right when we come in the door. Here's a little thought that I just loved when I saw it. So again, they've notched out the dinette. Takes a little bit away from the under dinette storage, but really gives you shoe storage where you want it. For those sandals you can just kick off as you come in the door. So really well thought through there. So at the front, I mentioned the Murphy bed setup. So we've got power on both sides. So if somebody has a CPAP machine already well set up, you've got USB as well. Great drawer setup. So you've got 2 drawers. So for if there's a couple here in the front, certainly great storage underneath. And I'm going to attempt to give you, again, just to show you how easy this does set up. I'm going to do this one arm, so I apologize if the visuals aren't great for a second, but I want to show you how easy it is. So this is all done with basically one hand. So we're going to basically just pull off the end pieces here. So our armrests, we've got built-in cup holders there for you. Very easy to flip down the couch. So you'll notice here, just before I drop the mattress, even with that down, really sets up well to leave this as a bed all the time. So if your natural preference is to sit outside pretty well all the time, this unit sets up equally well to do that and just leave it down as a bed all the time, which I love, just having that ability to, again, have multiple options here. So one-handed, it's just a simple fold down. And then we bring down our mattress, and you'll be amazed at how much more space there is behind that mattress. So it makes this trailer feel a whole lot bigger. And part of that is obviously the huge window you have here. The difference with this window, it is acrylic. It opens. So if you are off-grid and looking to be cooler, especially in the evening, what an amazing feature to have. You simply pull down the integrated bug screen. Again, you can let in that fresh air. And then should you at some point wish to have the sun blocked, you can pull the blackout shade down as well. You do have dedicated space for a CPAP machine up front and a full queen size bed here. So again, really well set up, just using the space amazingly well. And again, that mattress is not infringing on the doorway at all. So this could be a queen bed all the time, bedding set up, leaving last minute on a Friday night, away you go. So really well thought through here at the very front. Love the kitchen as well. So let's start down below here. We have a standard convection microwave. So not having a dedicated oven here, nice thing is we do have the convection microwave. So if you want to cook a quick chicken or something like that, and you want to do it inside because maybe the weather's not cooperating, well set up to do it from the get-go. Again, additional USB charging, as well as you've got a spot here to plug in, whether it be a toaster, coffee maker, those types of things. Really smart design here. They brought in the cutting board here that integrates into the sink. So again, that'll be full counter space. Our glass top here, which kind of acts as a backsplash, will drop down, giving you flat space as well. So if you're not using this as a cooking area, you can appreciate that. Again, you can put something down, do some cutting there as well. Very easy to clean here as well. You like the cast feature here. I should mention I put it out on the top here so I wouldn't forget to mention standard tire pressure monitoring built in here. Lots of room up top for your traditional dishes. We've got 3 drawers below, so lots of space there. We've got additional space for storage for all kinds of kitchen items underneath here. But the big one is we've got a great area here for both pantry and, again, storage for items like pots and pans. So we've got a ton of room here to work with. So certainly some can be pots and pans and cutting boards and those kind of things, and some can be our pantry here as well. So nice and easy to use. Again, no slide, I should have mentioned that as well, but no slide here, but feels very spacious because of the size of the windows and the amount of light that you get here as well. So great little handy feature underneath here. We do have an outlet, so great for the toaster, coffee maker if you do want to sit there by the window, maybe on a rainy morning, just enjoy a leisurely breakfast. Lots of interior lights. Everything's going to be LED here as well. While this isn't ducted air conditioning, you'll notice and you'll appreciate if you're a bit taller, you're going to have the recessed air right into the ceiling. So there's nothing sticking down a couple inches there that potentially you're going to knock your head on if you're kind of 6 feet plus. You're going to find for a small ultralight unit that's 3,750 pounds and 22 feet long that it feels very airy, especially without the slide. It deceives people. People think, oh, this must have a slide. It really doesn't. So it's a really well thought through. Again, onto the standard features. We have a lithium prepped converter here. So should you wish to add lithium batteries right from the get-go or in the future to be off grid, it's ready for it. You know, this little footprint there, that's going to be our standard built-in vacuum cleaner. So you have the ability to sweep into there from the floor, but you also have the ability to pull out the accessory kit, which is in our bathroom currently, plug in there, and then again, quick vacuum before you go. And you don't have to bring that additional vacuum taking up that valuable storage space. Huge 10 cubic foot off-grid fridge. So Furrion models do have an off-grid mode, which I love. So it's going to sip that power once your fridge is nice and cold. And you've got a lot of room up top as well in our freezer. So again, something that you can have that couple of batteries on the front, whether it be standard batteries or lithium, you're ready to go. Another great little feature, does have that entertainment built in. You'll notice this particular entertainment center in the TV is 12 volt. So should you ever need or want to use it off grid, again, already ready for you. So even if that's not the intention initially, as you start to travel more, you really find you enjoy being off grid. This is already prepped for all the little pieces that you would need. So already done. Great little secondary bed here. So you can quickly pop this down. This can be that single bed for additional adult, grandchild who might tag around once in a while. We've got built-in stereo here, so we've got a couple speakers inside, couple speakers outside. It is Bluetooth enabled as well, little USB connection in there too, so nice and easy. Again, not having a slide, your full kitchen, bedroom, and huge bathroom here at the back are all fully accessible on the road. I love the fact that it has the pull-close shower curtain here, so mildew resistant. So you end up with a huge shower stall. You've got 30 plus inches wide here, and you've got the nice skylight to help with the height. Even a little spot here to put some soap and everything else that you're going to bring with you. Love the fact that even on the medicine cabinet here, you got a spot to put your toothbrushes too, if you've got traditional toothbrushes. So a great big medicine cabinet. You've got storage below here as well. I love the fact there's even a window in here. And then we've got a Furrion 3-speed fan in here. So not just a traditional 1-speed loud unit. This is a 3-speed fan, so you can really move a lot of air. Open that back window. Again, you're going to move a lot of air. Tremendous hanging storage here, so great space to have that winter coat with you, have that rain gear with you, so everything can have a place in that smaller unit for those smaller travels. We've got motion sensor lights standard for 2025, so we've got some outside and inside, so very handy in the bathroom, so you don't have to wake everybody up if you're just up in the evening. And we've even got a couple spots here already set up for adding your towels, and away you go. And then we've got our hidden door here as well. So we're going to take you outside here, show you some of the many amenities outside and great standard features of this little 192. So we've got our standard Lippert steady steps here, so anchor to the ground. We've got our handle here by the door, so it makes it a lot easier for all of us getting a little older to get in and out. And as we come to the front, we'll highlight that acrylic window again. So we've got ease of use here in the front. So a huge span here, you're about 4 feet wide. You've got a latch system with about 6 latches to make sure that, again, nice and weatherproof there. But when you open that up and you're off grid, you can imagine front to back, you're going to get a whole lot of airflow that traditionally in typical units you don't get. It's right at the head where you may want to cool off on a hot summer's night. Up front standard, we're going to have a power jack here. It does have a manual override on top. We've got one 20-pound tank here. We've got room for multiple batteries, so whether that be maybe 2 6 volts if you're looking to be off grid is usually the starting point I find, and certainly you could go to lithium either now or in the future as well. We've got a battery cutoff switch, so very handy when you're going into storage. You can turn that to off, and then that solar is going to keep those batteries nice and prepped for that next trip. We've got our sensor here, our relay for our tire pressure monitor system here. So that makes sure that everything is reading properly if we want to make sure in that front cab that we can see if there's any pressure drops. We've got 4 oversized jacks here, nice and easy to use. Full pass-through storage underneath that bed system. Again, a motion sensor light here as well. And we've got a couple forward-facing lights as well. Love the graphics for 2025. They're great at just updating their little frog logo here. So in terms of the RPOD, it's really in the ultralight world. For all intents and purposes, it's really the innovator, the one that started it all. They have by far the biggest owners group. So a brand that has a very loyal following, and they certainly listen to them. They've pulled some things off last year that people just weren't using, that added a lot to weight and really refocused on the things that people needed, especially if they wanted to be off-grid. Nice little update here. Love the glass door. So again, you still got a window built in here, but just a beautiful door. We've got Goodyear tire standard. New bronze alloy rims really tie together the coloring on the outside very, very well. We have full outside cooking here, so we've got a little prep station here, and then it will come with a griddle as well. It's just tucked away inside. That'll mount to the railing. We've got our propane just underneath here, so that could attach to a fire pit as well, so you've got some option in terms of what you'll use. That dinette looking onto your door side here, everybody loves, because if you have to be inside on a night that's not particularly nice, people really appreciate that. Your awning's going to come with a full 8 feet. You'll notice you've got the LED light running the full length, and then we've got 2 outside speakers, so great entertainment. You've got hot and cold water here with a little spray port, so you can use that to rinse off the feet, but you can also use that to rinse off the dishes as well. We do have a black tank flush standard, so should you have the ability to hook up on site, as long as that sewer hose is open and connected, then you can use that black tank flush. We have the updated hot water tank here, so this is an on-demand hot water tank. So certainly if you are lucky enough to have water on site, endless hot water there for you. Otherwise, you've got 3 30-gallon tanks, so large tanks for a smaller unit. You've got the new ladder prep here, so you've got the ability to add a ladder anytime you wish. We saw that rear window here at the back. We saw from the inside. We've got our prep for the backup camera here. We've got a standard spare tire here in the back, matching tire. That typically would slide to the side because we do have something you don't see a lot on the ultralights, a standard hitch. So very, very handy if you've got a couple bikes or e-bikes. That's going to be rated to 350 pounds. So even if they're not e-bikes yet, you are e-bike ready off the back. You've got a lot of room here underneath your plumbing. So nice rise off the ground here. Make sure you're safe. You can see the edge of that 200-watt panel here from the outside. Love the fact that our furnace outlet's on the back side, so no one's going to lean up against that and burn the back of their chair. And then we've got our kitchen window on the back side. We've got our emergency escape window here in the back. And then our freshwater fill, along with our on-site water should we have it here. So this is the introduction, very first one, just off the truck today. We're super excited, so we want to make sure we got it to you right away. Very excited to bring in some of the even slightly smaller units than this and the slightly larger, but the full RPOD lineup will be available to us. So if there's a particular model that you had your eye on, certainly reach out to us. Let us know. If you don't see it on our site, we can certainly bring that unit in for you as well. We welcome you to Primo RV Center to come have a closer look at this brand new 2025 192 Forest River RPOD.